Hello guys, how are you? In our math lesson today we'll learn about time conversion. Before passing to time conversion, let's revise time units. So let's begin. We know that there are 60 seconds in a minute, and there are 60 minutes in an hour, and 24 hours in a day, and there are 7 days in a week, and about 30 days in a month. Why do we say about? We know that some months have 31 days, and even February it has 29 or 28 days. So that's why we say about 30 days. And in a normal year we have 365 days, but in a leap year we have 366 days. Why do we call it leap year? Leap year is when February has 29 days. So it is not always like this. We know that every 4 years it happens, and every 4 years February has 29 days. That's why that year we call leap year. And there are 12 months in a year, and 52 weeks in a year, and there are 10 years in a decade, and 20 years in a score, and 100 years in a century, and 1000 years in a millennium. Okay, so guys, in order to convert between units of time, you have to know these time units in order to convert them in a better way. So, how many seconds are there in 15 minutes? Before passing to this question, I would like to give some information about conversion. So, when we convert bigger time units to smaller time units, we use multiplication method. So, if I convert minutes to seconds, I will use multiplication. But if I convert smaller time units to bigger time units, I will use division. So if I convert seconds to minutes, I will use division. So and in this question we have how many seconds are there in 15 minutes. We know that in 1 minute we have 60 seconds. So we convert minutes to seconds. So we will use multiplication method. So in 1 minute we have 60 seconds. So how many seconds we'll have in 15 minutes? What we'll use? Multiplication. We'll multiply 15 by 60 seconds and get the answer 900 seconds. So we convert bigger time units like 15 minutes to smaller like seconds, so we use multiplication. In 1 minute we have 60 minutes. How many seconds we'll have in 15 minutes? We use multiplication. 15 by 60, it is 900 seconds. And here we have 30 minutes to hour. So we convert 30 minutes to hour. We said beforehand, in order to convert smaller time units to bigger one, we use division. So we know that in 1 hour we have 60 seconds, 60 minutes. So in 1 hour we have 60 minutes. So how many hours it will make? 30 minutes. So let's have a look. So in 1 hour we have 30 minutes, 60 minutes, and how many it will make? 30 minutes. So we can show it in this fraction form. So 30 divided by 60, and we can just make it a simple form, and it will make half an hour. So easier version, that we know that 1 hour is 60 minutes, and 30 minutes it is a half of 60, so it will make half an hour. And let's pass to these questions. First one, how many days are there in 48 hours? So again we convert smaller time unit like hours to days. We know that in 1 day we have 24 hours, and how do we convert it? We will use division. So we'll divide 48 by 24 and get the answer 2 days. So in 1 day we have 24 hours, and how many days will make 48 hours? We'll just divide 48 by 24. Or easier version, we know that 20, if we add 24 and again one more 24, we get the answer 48. So we can use easier version, or we can just use 48 divided by 24 and get the answer 2 days. How many minutes are there in 3.5 hours? So in order to find it, we should use first of all 3, and then we should use half an hour. So in 3 hours we have how many minutes? We know that in 1 hour we have 60 minutes, and 3 hours we will multiply 3 by 60, and then we'll have a look half hour. And before this slide we learned that 30 minutes equals to half hour, so we will then add them. So as we can see here, 3 hours it is 180, half an hour it is 30, and when we add them together, 180 plus 30, we get 210 minutes. So that's the answer. So guys, that's all for today. You learned how to convert between time units, and you learned some new time units too. See you next time.